Maltese anti-corruption journalist was blown up by a car bomb detonated by a text message sent by hitmen on a boat out at sea. The car bomb that killed Malta's most famous investigative journalist was triggered by a text message from a hitman on a boat at sea, it was reported today. Anti-corruption blogger Daphne Caruana Galizia, 53, was blown up while driving near her home village of Bidnija in northern Malta in October. 3 alleged assassins have been charged with her murder, but investigators still don't know who gave the order. Degiorgio, 55, is believed to have triggered the bomb from his speedboat out at sea by texting a SIM card attached to the device, sources told MaltaToday. He was told when to send the message by his 35-year-old brother Alfred, who called him after watching Galizia, the source said. George allegedly then hung up the call and sent the text from a second phone which he destroyed afterwards. The text triggered a TNT bomb thought to have been attached to the underside of Galizia's car beneath the driver's seat when she left it parked in an alleyway in Bidnija. The brothers were arrested last Monday with Vincent Muscat, 55, when police raided a former potato storage warehouse in Marsa, in the southeast of Malta. There they found a cabin cruiser owned by George and a phone and other electronic devices at the bottom of the sea. The 3 men charged pleaded not guilty during a hearing in Valletta on Tuesday. They sat motionless in the dock, with their heads lowered before Magistrate Neville Camilleri. The 3 suspects were among 10 people arrested in an operation on Monday. The other 7 have been released on police bail pending a further investigation of other evidence. Ms. Caruana Galizia's most explosive reports included allegations that members of Prime Minister Joseph Muscat's inner circle benefited from kickbacks on business deals and a controversial passports for investment scheme. She also focused on alleged dubious behavior by prominent opposition and business figures, fueling speculation she could have been the victim of mobsters. Mr. Muscat said all of the 10 suspects were arrested due to a reasonable suspicion of their involvement in Ms. Caruana Galizia's murder. The arrests, made in an operation coordinated among the police corps, the armed forces of Malta and the security services, were the first break in the murder on October 16 that has drawn widespread outrage and condemnation. Europol, the European Union's police agency, sent a team of organized crime experts to help Maltese police investigate the assassination, joining the FBI and Dutch forensic experts. Just before her death, Ms. Caruana Galizia had posted on her closely followed blog, running commentary, that there were crooks everywhere in Malta. The tiny nation has a reputation as a tax haven in the European Union and has attracted companies and money from outside the continent. PM Mr. Muscat, who faced accusations of wrongdoing by Ms. Caruana Galizia earlier this year, denounced her killing, calling it a barbaric attack on press freedom. "I will not rest until I see justice done in this case. Our country deserves justice," he said in a televised statement at the time. "Everyone knows Caruana Galizia was a harsh critic of mine, both politically and personally, but nobody can justify this barbaric act in any way," Muscat said. The only remedy for anyone who felt slandered was through the courts. Mr. Muscat had called early elections in June seeking a vote of confidence to counter Ms. Caruana Galizia's allegations of corruption. She said documents in a small Malta-based bank showed that the premier's wife was the beneficial owner of a company in Panama, and that large sums of money had been moved between the company and bank accounts in Azerbaijan. Both Muscat and his wife denied the accusation and sued Ms. Caruana Galizia for defamation. Recently, her outspoken blog had turned its fire on opposition politicians. "There are crooks everywhere you look now. The situation is desperate," she wrote in the last blog published on her site days before she was killed. In another entry last year, she wrote, "Malta's public life is afflicted with dangerously unstable men with no principles or scruples." Television reported that Ms. Caruana Galizia had filed a complaint to the police 2 weeks ago to say she had received threats. It gave no further information.